Okay, let's talk strollers at Universal. Oftentimes on my mom groups, I see where people are asking questions about strollers. What stroller can I bring? Are there any to rent? What companies are good? So let's talk about that. Yes, you can bring a stroller. Yes, you can rent strollers either locally within Orlando or even with Universal. So let's start with our strollers from home. You can bring different kinds of strollers from home as long as they're not excessive. It also includes wagons. So for instance, we bring a Wonderfold, which is technically considered a stroller wagon, which is a push wagon. However, I've seen in the park where people have had pull wagons that are just very small. The one thing that I did see on Universal's website is that you can't bring something that is excessive. They don't describe what excessive is. However, I think we can kind of wrap our minds around what would be excessive. It definitely would probably more look like those daycare strollers where you have 10 kids in the stroller kind of thing, right? So just keep that in mind when you're going, that there's those options and you can bring your ones from home. I've even flown with my Wonderfold and it worked fantastically. With Universal, you can rent them in park. So it is a double stroller. It looks to be a hard plastic and not very comfortable, but you can rent those for about $40 a day within the park. You have to pick up and drop off in the park. I don't love that about it. I wish that they did it at the resort so that you can bring your child back, and I wish they did week rentals as well, or multi-day rentals so that you can keep it with you. Now granted, if somebody knows that they do that, please let us know in the comments, because that would be great to know and to reference going forward. And then there's rentals within Orlando. On our first visit, we did a stroller rental. Most of those rental places I found did not have great capacity weight wise for your child. So if you are bringing a stroller for an older child, which we definitely need to do because they get too many steps in that day and they get very tired by the end of that day, it's very hard for the parents and the child alike. So don't be ashamed to have a stroller for an older child as well. But those range in price, but for the majority, for a week, it's pretty doable. It's around $100, $120, $150 a week. So enjoy your next trip.